Howdy folks, my name is Brian Ellis and I'm really excited to show you all this tutorial about how to use the website Motion into MIDI along with the DAW Reaper in order to turn your movement into sound. So as you can tell, the Motion into MIDI website is doing a bunch of pose detection on the different parts of my body. With this information, we can start to do a lot of different things, such as we can measure the distance between 2 points, right? Here's my left wrist and my right wrist. Maybe we want to make this like the distance between that and my shoulder, right? Here's just a different measurement system. And we can also do things like maybe measure the angle. So this is like how high or low, right? This is like measuring an angle here. We can do an XY where we can say like how far one way or the other the nose is. We can also do an activity like how fast my wrist moves. And so there's a bunch of different things that we can do with this. I'm going to take these first two of this distance and this angle and use it to control the volume on two different drones that I have within Reaper. So if you come over here to my project, you will see I have two different drones here that I've looped. They sound like this. Me playing the harmonica, one on D, one on A. And what I'd love to do here is to be able to control the volume of these two different tracks. So first thing we'll need to do is go to Reaper settings and then make sure for this IAC driver bus 1 that you have all three of these checkboxes enabled of enable input and then include the input and then enable the input for control messages. If you don't see this IAC driver bus 1, there's a tutorial that I'll link in the description that will tell you how to turn this on. So now that that's all sorted, the next thing we're going to want to do is to set up the mapping between Motion into MIDI and Reaper so that way they can talk to one another. So in order to do that, we're going to open the MIDI map, and you'll see here we have the ability to send a pulse, or kind of like the equivalent of twiddle the dial, for both the distance between the left wrist and the shoulder, as well as the angle that we form here. So I've also checked this delay pulse by 3 seconds dial, so that way we have time to click in between the different DAWs. So if I go over here into Reaper and I click Show Action List, and we're trying to set the volume, so set track volume, and we say set volume for track 1, we click Add, and if we come over here, we press Send Pulse, and then we click back. Once this triggers, we should see it show up over here. So then we press OK. We can now do the same thing for track 2, press Add, come back over here, press Send Pulse, click back, and once it sends, it gets saved over here. We press OK, run, close, close, and when we click over here, we'll see that our movement is now controlling a couple of these different dials. So if we were to hit play and listen to this, let's see how it sounds. So when I'm over here, this distance is very small, but the angle is large. All right, and so that's a tutorial of how to use Motion into MIDI along with Reaper in order to turn your movement into sound. Thank you all so much.